Hi, how you doing, Zach?
I am good. I'm actually outdoors enjoying some beautiful sunshine for a rare occasion.
Right. So you changed your profile pic. I haven't seen this
N-
one before. You
No,
you
I've had
changed,
this one. This has been my profile picture for a while.
really? Okay,
Yeah,
I just
yeah. This
I haven't chatted with you on Discord so much. All right. Anyway, guys, I spent about a minute introducing what this session was about, and I'm gonna redo that now since no one heard me. So I'm super excited here to have this impromptu Discord live in order to talk about the VTRU Suite launch. So I do want to address that, but before I want to talk about what happened this morning and last night. So related to the VTRU Suite. So we spent, I would say, about 8 hours yesterday with the team on the Discord trying to troubleshoot one issue. Everything we had is working flawlessly on testnet. We deployed it to mainnet, and for whatever reason, our minting function was not working. And so, as you do with software, you go through a series of diagnostics, trying to isolate what the problem was. And in doing so, one of the things we did was like, oh, maybe it's a security problem, and we disabled the the starting block number for minting. And when we went to bed last night, we were pretty exhausted. I think based on time zones, for one person it was 5 a.m., for others it was 1 a.m., and I think it was 11 p.m. and so on and so forth. But in any event, it was still not working. But then this morning, I got a note from Fur that they had found the problem and had fixed it, but in the process, because the block number was no longer active, some people started minting works. Now, I had committed previously to the community that we would give a 24-hour notice before we commence minting, so that everyone has a fair shot at hitting that button and using their collector credits. So we had a few of those mints happen today. And so I can realize that a lot of people are upset about that. And so I did post earlier today that we would talk with the team and figure out what is a fair and good resolution to this. And I believe we've come up with a fair and good resolution to this. Here's the thing: the mint was not active. Right, we were still technically in development because we had not announced that there's a production launch yet. And so what we are going to do is we are essentially going. Well, actually, let me back up a little bit. Every creator has their own vault, their own smart contract, and if you go look on Explorer right now, you're probably going to see these transactions in a pattern. There is a consign, there's a create vault, and there's a consign, etc. So what's happening is that the artworks are being associated with an artist. A smart contract is created for them. That's their vault, and then sort of the work is being consigned. So what we are going to do, and I think this is the fairest thing possible, is to basically do an undo. What that means is for the artists that are affected by this, whose works were collected, we are just going to give them a brand new vault because these are still in the initialization stage. The artists don't even know about it yet, right? And so uh, to summarize, what it means is that the events of this morning did not happen. That's basically what we are going to do. Now, we believe in decentralization, so we don't have a way to do this after launch. But right now, we are initializing. We are actually setting up the contracts. So we're just going to set up new contracts for those artists, and for the collectors who collected, assuming assuming there is no fraud involved, we will we can't recover those collector credits. As I said, they are redeemed already. So we'll issue an equal amount back to them. So long story short, we are still fair. Uh, Maybe it's not fair to the people who jumped in and minted today, but it wasn't supposed to be. So uh, we are just going to essentially hit reset on that without actually hitting reset. We are going to rewind. And what we are going to do now is we are ready. Actually, I do want to thank the people who minted because inadvertently they helped us do what is the most challenging thing possible: test test a decentralized contract-based app in production. So they proved that it all works. It works beautifully, and we were a bit worried about that because you don't get to create a lot of transactions, etc. On those smart contracts. But now we know that it works, so that's great. So uh, I am now going to announce the start period of the mint, and that is going to be at block 3772660. I will post an announcement in Discord so you don't have to memorize this. But it's basically at around 10:15 a.m. tomorrow. So we'll do this during our download. So 10:15 a.m. Pacific time. That is. So yeah, 3772660. So that's approximately one epoch and a little bit more than that from now. And that's when I will set the block number in the contract to be enabled so you can start minting. So again, to summarize, we're going to hit reset on the transactions. We cannot undo them. They'll exist forever on the blockchain, but they will be meaningless. They will not be associated with any assets or anything like that. They'll just be random numbers on the blockchain. So that, and two, we'll start our minting process tomorrow. Three, we are seeing that there are aggressive sort of both on the artist front and collector front. There are people who are creating what I would call scam works essentially. So we put in some measures, to block, but it's a manual process right now, and Fur is getting really tired and I would say also upset because she's seeing some really bad artworks come in there, right? And so we are going to start now focusing on the security end of things now that we've got the implementation done in terms of the functionality. And we are going to put robust measures in place to block and prevent really transfer of funds. So the first measure for this is already in place. As of right now, it is not possible for you to transfer a collector credit. So it is in your account, it is in your account, and you cannot do that. Now, in the future, this might change. This will likely change because we want it to be an open system, right? We should be able to transfer collector credits, etc. But right now, you can't because that is a vector that the scammers use. They just transfer it to different wallets and use that in order to abuse the system. So for right now, you cannot transfer. That's the first thing. The second thing is we have created blocked accounts and blocked vaults lists in the collector credits contract. And what we're going to do is we're going to implement a crowdsource policy. We don't want to do any kind of centralized kind of moderation on this. And what we'll do is as people go and see artworks that are obviously fake or have poor metadata or things like that, they can just tag them. And when enough people tag them, they automatically get blocked in the contract. Now there will be false positives, and we'll have a process to undo that if there are false positives. But we do believe that if there are enough trusted people that downvote something, that is probably fraudulent. So we'll implement that. And last but not the least, we are going to implement a heuristics system so that when you are as an artist get to the point of hitting consign, that's before your artwork has actually transitioned from Web 2 to Web 3, we're going to analyze everything. We're going to analyze the artwork. We are going to analyze the metadata, etc. One of the key things about scammers is that they're lazy. They cut and paste basically some rudimentary text into the metadata, and they just put the minimum amount in every field. So it becomes easy for us to audit that. And if your artwork listing matches what we would consider a fraudulent listing, you won't even be able to consign. That consign button will be grayed out to you and the contract will be available to you. Will there be false positives? Probably. But again, we'll look for those artists to reach out to us and then we'll hit a button and say, okay, sorry, the heuristics were wrong and mea culpa, here you go. You can go forth and conquer. So that's basically what we're going to do. So once again, really, really excited because tomorrow is the day we've all been waiting for. I especially for also. I mean, we've been working on this for months, and it's finally coming together. And it's really, really exciting to be able to hit this milestone. Team's been working really, really hard on it, and thanks to them for putting in all the long hours to get to this point. I don't think many people appreciate what it takes to build a system that is totally different from what we have today. It's very easy to spin up a marketplace for ERC 721 NFTs. But we decided we're not going to do that. We are going to create what is a very, what I would consider a very innovative system that models the sales and marketing behaviors of Web 2, which are well understood, well known, and well developed. They are quite mature. And in Web 3, we're not using any of those technologies. Why? Why throw away all that learning, throw away all that intelligence? And so we are like, we're going to use all of that. So that is all in play now. And now that we've got this foundational element in place, we can start building on top of it and just wait and see. It's going to be some really really amazing things coming your way. So that's the talk on the VTRU Suite. Let's see the comments here. Irish Rose says we still do need a marketplace. Yes, not only are we going to create one marketplace, we are going to allow the possibility of 1,000 marketplaces. What we are doing is just like the streaming solution is the Spotify for art, our store is actually the Shopify of art. In other words, we are making it possible for anyone to go and say, create new store, hit a button, give a domain name. There's a CMS there. You can customize it and you can filter and pull in whatever artworks you want. You can mark them up and you can sell them. So the idea of one store means that we have to market for that store. But instead, what we want to do is target verticals, right? So there are lots of people who have audiences interested in something specific. And so what we want them to do is to create a store that sells artwork related and of interest to the people, their audience, for something specific. And so they make some money. It's the affiliate model. It works really well for Amazon, etc. There's billions of dollars in play because of that. Like, why not make it work for this also? So yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. All right, so that's the primary topic for this, but I want to talk about two ancillary topics also. Really excited that yesterday we were able to launch the USDC bridge. So that is now active from Polygon to Vitruvio and Vitruvio to Polygon. The USDC bridge is active. We'll probably have announcements going out on social media on that today. I could see the text being drafted, so that looks like it'll happen today. And the way this works is this is Circle's new program, which is a bridged USDC program. What it simply means is that Circle monitors and approves the contracts, and if they see the right amount of volume, then they will convert what is essentially the bridged USDC token into a native USDC token. What it does is it gives them the ability to sort of gauge interest from a particular protocol in that particular for USDC. But from the protocol's perspective, it gives us the ability to have a pathway into USDC, and so we have that now. So we're really excited about that. We have a stable coin. We have already paired the USDC.pol with Vitro. But we'll more talk about that tomorrow. We'll go into more details about that tomorrow and how we're going to expand upon that. One more thing, which is coming up on the horizon, I shouldn't say horizon, it's coming up almost right away, is a Vortex. So the smart contracts for that are almost done. The app is ready. It will go live on the Honcho Launchpad. So we designed that Launchpad so all new projects kind of can go in there and you can mint from there. The important thing about Vortex is you'll only be able to mint with USDC. The cost is $10 per NFT. And I'll just tell you right now that I already announced in previous downloads what the benefits are in terms of weekly giveaways, etc. But tomorrow at the download, I'll be announcing a surprise, new, and very, very exciting benefit for Vortex holders. So looking forward to sharing that with the community. It's going to be fun. All right. The next thing, let's see. What else do we have? We have. I have to save some news for tomorrow for the download. So let me just look through the questions about VTRU Suite right now. We'll focus on that. We're going to spend the rest of the day continuing to deploy these assets. You'll continue to see the consign and create vault kind of transactions happening. But I do see a lot of you in the audience who were a little bit vocal and upset about the minting that happened today. So I hope the resolution is fair. If it is, please do comment in there and let me know your thoughts, because your feedback is very important. Always trying to do things that are to the benefit of the most of the members of the community and to be very, very fair. And so we want to make sure that what we've done is fair. So all right, so let's look at some of these questions. Can we sell the minted artworks? Yes, you can once they are in your possession, and we are after block 3772660. Um, you can sell them, and yeah, we need to have a marketplace for that. So we are well aware of that, and we'll get that going. It won't be possible to have the artworks on the Honcho marketplace because of the fact that uh, the Honcho marketplace is designed around projects where you have a project and you have all the NFTs for it. The artworks that you're buying are different because every artwork is in its own contract with the artist, right? So there's going to be 1,000 different contracts there, and it's not possible to aggregate it that way. But there's other ways to do that, and we got that covered. So let's see. So all of the not available artworks will be available tomorrow. Yes, unless we've determined that they are fraudulent, in which case you will see blocked on them, and you can click on it and go see the artwork, but it will do nothing. You will not be able to mint it. So if you are a legit artist and you see that your work is blocked, then reach out to us on Discord, and we'll unblock it. But for the most part, I think we are pretty good at identifying the fraudulent artworks. Doo-doo-doo. Um, Now, when the art is sold, artists should make big noise on Twitter. Yes, indeed. Um, Scope, the scope will also be updated. I see some questions about scope. Collector credits. I don't believe they are showing up in scope yet, but they should be. I'm going to say by the weekend they will be there. I have to check on the progress on that, but they will be. Um, Tate says, my wife's artwork sold this morning and we claimed her VTRU from studio to test if it worked. What do we do with that VTRU, or will it undo on its own? Yeah, so if you already claimed the VTRU, then we can't do anything about it, but we'll talk to you about it, and uh, we will we'll have to work out a resolution that I might just work with you directly to basically refund the VTRU if you will be so kind to do that, and then we'll redo that. But there will be exceptions. There will be outliers. I can't guarantee that every one of these will be smooth and done, but we're gonna try and resolve everything as smoothly as possible and revert it. How will you know if an artwork is still available to mint after it goes live? The mint button gets grayed out if it is not available, so you'll see that it will be sold. We'll try to also maybe indicate that I think it might already be there where in search it will tell you that a license is not available for it. So we'll that's a good thought. I want to make sure that we've covered that. So for licenses, that way you won't have to click through and go to the store page to find out that it's already sold. Um, all right, there is a question about the super early bird 100-bit true airdrop. Zach, that comes down to a list of the available sort of liabilities that not available. It's a list of the liabilities. I believe the super early bird should be in there. If
I think it's
we,
already. I think it's already on there. I'll double check.
yeah, uh, let's see. I will put that on my notepad also about getting that resolved. Okay, so this was just a quick pop-up Discord live in order to inform you of the resolution of it. I hope it's fair. Now we have to actually get back and make this resolution work because it's extra work. It's extra work mostly for me, but I'll get it done. It's not a problem. And Yeah, so we are looking forward to having this live tomorrow and having you get your amazing artworks and go onward and upward from there. And like I said, we will also be launching Vortex with a special surprise for you on that. So look forward to that. And with that, I am out.
And
And
just under 23 and a half hours to go.
yes, yes. All right. Thanks, everyone. Catch you later. Bye bye.
See you guys.